Hi everyone, my name is James and I'm a research operations professional based here in Europe, and I'm proud to be speaking today with you at the Rally Around Research Operations Conference on the topic of upskilling everyone to do better research. It's a topic that is near and dear to me, and I've seen it tackled in a number of different ways at a number of different organizations. And I'm excited to share what I think is one of the highest leverage programs you can install at your organization today to help with this. So please sit down, relax, and let us dive into the sweet world of drinking your own champagne. Now, you're probably thinking, what do you mean, James? What is drinking your own champagne? And no, I'm not proposing that we all start drinking on the job. This is about using internal users as research participants rather than external, all real users. But I don't want to talk about its strengths as some budget research method, which it's commonly known for. Rather, I'd like to make a toast that it's a terrific research enablement program. By the end of this talk, I'd like you to think the same. I'd like you to think of internal testing programs as a lounge room for the whole company to sip, savor, share, and participate on the practice of research, because ultimately, practicing research with real users isn't the only way to improve research skills. And what's more, I don't think it's the best first choice to learn how to do research. I think external research from the get-go is risky business. To let anyone pour themselves a tall glass of customer research and then have their untrained palates miss out on those subtle notes from the feedback. And so here's to 3 reasons why drinking your own champagne is a must-have enablement program in your organization. First, it's economical. In these tough times, the difference between any research and better research happening is the return on investment. Meaning it's not enough for us to just do research. We, as researchers, sommeliers, need to make every last drop count. And here's how I like to think about it. Here's a simple way to consider researchers' return on investment, or ROI. Better research means to find the best triangulation between time, rigor, and cost, considering the business context that the research lives in and the outcome we need to create for the project. Problem is, often we default to safe but extensive and expensive external testing more so than we need to. We fall for the fallacies like assuming answers lie beyond us, when sometimes we're just lacking the confidence to look within, and we seek maximum confidence when sometimes we just need satisfactory to make the decision. I'll give you an example. Think of the low risk, low complexity decisions like the one a new or non-researcher might need to run that probably doesn't necessitate the confidence intervals nor the cost of the weeks to recruit, to approve budget and crunch the data, all involved with external user testing. Especially if you expect it only to return bugs and blemishes or findings that don't require any specialist end-user innate knowledge. Instead, I propose better research might look like releasing this internally and getting the same feedback in an afternoon for free. And so my core message here is better research means better ROI, and setting up an internal testing program can help people think more critically and resourcefully about their research projects. Second reason why internal testing upskills everyone to do better research. It's highly, highly educational, far more educational than I think the standard programs. Research enablement, unfortunately, sometimes looks like this. We default to documentation, to direct instruction. We throw the book at stakeholders and give them the keys to our tools and our customers and expect them to run their own research. But I don't think research enablement needs to be so dry, so academic, and so downright uninspiring as playbooks, SOPs, and lessonlies. Instead, I think we can try to engage all of our students' senses. We can opt for a more hands-on, interactive, immersive, kinesthetic, and participatory learning experience that an internal testing environment can offer. Because when you open up your product for folks internally to experience firsthand, they can develop these harder-won intelligences like user and customer empathy and product know-how. but they also learn indirectly through a kind of osmosis what good research looks like through the role of playing a participant. So my core message is here, upskilling better research means turning your students from passive spectators into active participants, and internal testing is the perfect environment for this. Last but not least, it's highly, highly extensible when you implement an internal testing program. What do I mean here? Often and at best, the democratization of research, which is what we're talking about, feels like offering a select group the first pour of a fine wine. It's limited to the product people. It's product managers, designers, and engineers that get to taste test it first, while the others, like marketing, sales, IT, HR, support, operations, new hires and executives, they only get a whiff of the bottle. And I think we need to include these perspectives and win this exposure, both horizontally as well as vertically. And internal testing practices make this accessible. If you make your research available for everyone to get inside, they're going to feel listened to and involved in something, and they'll be more likely to see it succeed in the long run. And on that note, I hope you've come away at least curious, if not convinced, how you might explore an internal testing program or drinking your own champagne as a means to upskill everyone to do better research. I've been James. Thank you very much for listening, and enjoy the rest of the conference.